Well, good morning. It's Monday the 19th of May. It's about 5 after 8 in the morning. I'll come out to check on this bike. Yesterday I left it overnight with some rubber bands holding tension on the front brake to see if I could get it to leak. So it's been pressurized all night long. And nothing, it's dry as a bone. You know, you can't fix it if it ain't broke, so I'm not taking it apart. Good, I mean, it's solid. All right. I'm going to do a start in a few minutes, just a cold start for the heck of it. And I had to run up to the auto parts store and get some Type F automatic transmission fluid, which I'm now going to put into the primary case that I opened and cleaned clutch yesterday and made a gasket and put it back together. So I'll put this in the tripod and put some oil in here. These are some of the filler caps removers that I've bought, modified, and made over the years. This one was, I ground all of this away. I drilled a second hole through it, and it fits beautifully on Triumphs right behind the cylinders on Triumphs, right about down. This is a Norton, but right about here on Triumphs is a filler cap. And this guy fits in there beautifully. So I can undo that and put oil in on Triumphs. So this is highly modified, basically for use on anything you want, because it'll do these also very nicely. And the big end will do this very nicely. And I've used it for years for those two purposes, okay? Like so. Now, let's go back over to the other side. I'll show you what I use now. So this has its use. These are made for removing caps, and I bought these, modified them a little bit. Don't use them a lot, but I have them. Very nice. This one is a special purpose cap remover, and it fits over here on the front caliper of Norton's and fits these holes. So it takes this cover off real easy. Ratchet, pow, take it off. That's very nice. And last, but definitely not least, matter of fact, last and most, are these three. Now, originally, these three were a T like this. I bought them at an auto parts store or something, or online, I don't remember where. And they fit the various caps on bikes. And I cut them apart and had a 7/16 socket welded to each one. And I'll show you why. Just going over to this Norton, using it as an example. When you take these caps out, you can see this is pretty well mangled, okay? They're all mangled. Because when you use, let's say this one, which is a perfectly, really good remover, you're trying to twist it while holding it in the slot, and they try to bounce out, and they do. It's hard to hold them in, and the whole 9 yards. So these things bounce out and slowly mangle, no matter how careful you are, slowly mangle the slots. Now I'm going to show you the difference when I take this one and put it into my impact tool. Now you'd think, oh, that's really stupid. You're going to hurt things. You're going to break things. No, no, no. It's actually wonderful because you don't have to really worry about it bouncing out. Okay? See how easy that is? And you can put in a brand new cap and it won't damage it for the next 20 years using this method. Anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. If you want, I'll do this just for the heck of it. I'll do the little one, even though I don't need to take it off. really nice. All right, so I'm going to put some oil in this primary now. All right, we now have oil in the primary, and I can go ahead and change my little notice from no oil to oil okay. All right, let's just do a cold start for the heck of it. Okay, so this is the 75 Norton that I worked on yesterday. I set all it has a split throttle system. You know, one cable coming out of the twist grip, going down through a splitter and going to the two carburetors. I took that apart and put it back together. It was smooth as silk, but they're hard to adjust. You have to have slack in each of the three legs, and you can't and yet they have to be tight enough so that they won't pop out of the splitter. So I got that all set up, and I've got good snap. And while I was in there, I cleaned the slides and polished them a little bit. And let's see, what else? Oh, I went in and I took the clutch out and cleaned the clutch plates and did the adjustment, the release adjustment. So it feels real good now. The bike, I think, is ready for a road test. I'm going to do a cold start now, and then we'll try to schedule Kevin for a test ride. So let's see how it goes. It's been sitting since yesterday. Let's give her a go. All right, key on, gas on, choke knot on. Here we go. that's something we could look at is the red light, the ignition light, which should go off when I rev the bike, but we found out yesterday that it doesn't. And but we found out that it is charging the battery. So that could be the assimilator. It would mean buying a new assimilator and trying it. Not sure it's worth it. It'll be up to the client. But at this point, it's ready for a test ride, and I'm going to ask Kevin to come down and take it for a ride. All right. So, as my buddy Richard likes to say, stick a fork in it. I think it's done.